Hey guys, it's IcyNewYear. Today on our Terrafirmacraft tutorial, we're going to talk about mining raw stone and making your first stone anvil. The first thing you need to do is find an igneous rock, because that's what you need for an anvil. Igneous is diorite, gabbro, granite, andesite, basalt, dacite, and rhyolite. I've come across some gabbro. This can be done, you can double check it with a stone hammer, well, a hammer of any kind. If you right-click on the top of it and it can open this interface, you found the right kind of rock. Now, obviously, we don't want to have to run out here every time, so we want to be able to bring some back to our base, and we need raw stone for that. When you mine with a pickaxe, you're going to get between 0 and 3 rocks. So these can be made into cobblestone, but that won't work as an anvil. So I'm going to show you a technique for mining raw stone. You don't need any special tools, but you just need a different technique. Basically, if you find a rock face, you can mine around a piece like this. Let me just dig this all out. And go in one. Basically, to make raw stone, you just have to clear out everything around the stone. And then once I clear this out, that will pop off. And I now have my raw stone anvil. And you can just continue this in like a tube, a tunnel, to get as much raw stone as you want. You need a minimum of 1, but you do use raw stone for other things. Such as, I believe it's called a grinding wheel, millstone, I think, I don't know. The thing to grind wheat, there we go. And we'll get into that later in our tutorial on farming and everything. But that's going to be coming later. I honestly still need to play around with the farming until I'm comfortable making a tutorial on it. But yeah, if we mine this one, boom, got another bit of raw stone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here, and I will come back when I'm back at my base. And we're back. I've placed my stone here to make it into an anvil. And the next thing we need to talk about is flux. Flux comes from one of 5 sources. We have these 4 stones, which are dolomite, chalk, limestone, and marble. And you can also make it out of borax. You're probably not going to find borax for quite a while. But these guys, if you get the rocks from these, there we go. Any of these you find, you can make flux out of. Basically, just place them in your inventory and craft them with a stone hammer, and you're going to get flux. Flux is useful for a lot of different things. The one we're going to focus on now is welding. And borax will give you 6 flux per. So, what you want to do is right-click, make it into an anvil. The stone hammer, or your hammer, goes here. The flux goes here. This is where your plans will go. We're going to get into those in a later one, because you can't use plans with a stone anvil. And these is where your ingots go if you're going to hammer out a pattern, which once again, we'll get into this later. You can't do that on a stone anvil. The only thing you can make on a stone anvil are going to be your copper double ingots. So what you need is take your forge, and if you don't remember how to make a forge, check the video before this where we talk about charcoal and forges. And you're going to take your unshaped copper, pop it in here, and you want to get this to the point it is weldable. Now, the weldable stage changes per metal. I would double check the wiki for that. But basically, dark red to orange 3, I believe, is copper. We're going to let this go to orange with 2 dots. There we go. And then you want to craft these to take them out of the molds. Don't shift click them out or they'll lose their heat. Put your still hot copper ingots here, click the weld button, and that will give you your double ingot. What you need of this is 7 of them. There we go. And that will move you up to copper anvil technology. And with a copper anvil, this is when you can start using plans to make things. We'll get into that in a later episode. But I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a fantastic day.